On this auspicious occasion, we have the interfaith invocation, and we have a very special person to be with us today, Reverend Al Sampson. He was the only one ordained by Martin Luther King Jr., and he's going to invoke the Christian blessings and prayer on our birthday boy, Congressman Danny Davis, on this auspicious occasion.
May we bow our heads. Good morning, God. Thank you for waking up each and every one of us individually and collectively. But we also, at this moment in time, want to thank you for a man who came out of Arkansas named Congressman Danny Davis. We come to celebrate this great man who has made a difference in the life of a lot of people, not based on the color of their skin, but based on the content of their character. God bless you, each and every one of you, as we eat the food of our ancestors. In the name of the God of our ancestors we pray. Amen.
Thank you so much, Reverend Al Sampson. Is 86 years young today, and he giving the blessings for our congressman is something very historic and honored to have him. And now to give the Hindu invocation, we have Acharya Rohit Joshi. Please welcome Acharya Rohit Joshi.
The birthday boy, Davis, will have a longer life, like 100+ years. I will chant that in the Sanskrit. Om Shataminno Sharadoranti Deva Yatra Naschakra Santanu Nam Putraso Yatra Pitaro Bhavanti Mano Madhyare Rikata Irganto Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Happy birthday, birthday boy, Dr. Danny Davis.
Now I'll request our living legend, Congressman Danny Davis, to please come up in front to be toasted and roasted tonight by everybody here. Please give a standing ovation to the birthday boy, Danny K. Davis, who has made history. And now, to have the opening roast and toast, we have the Iron Lady of America, none other than President Toni Preckwinkle.
Good evening, everyone. One more time, good evening. It's great to be here and to be part of this celebration. I served with now Congressman Danny Davis when he was in the city council for a few years before he went on to the county board and then, of course, to Congress. And I am very grateful to him for his service in Washington, in particular for his support of us in Cook County and bringing money back to northeastern Illinois. I am grateful to him, and I am grateful to be part of this celebration of his birthday. I want to be respectful of my elders, so I'm not going to roast him. I'm just going to toast him. I appreciate your good work in Washington on behalf of your constituents and the people of Cook County, and I'm very grateful to Dr. Vijay for having the good sense to be celebrating Danny today. I always say, give me my roses while I can smell them. So I am very grateful for the opportunity to be here today to congratulate you for your good work and thank you for your good work on behalf of the people of Cook County. Thank you, Congressman.
Thank you, Madam President. Thank you so much for coming and being with us on this historic moment. Now I'll request American Multi-Ethnic Commission to please come and offer a special garland handmade from India for Congressman Danny Davis on this special occasion. And now I'll request the King of Chinatown, Sam Ma, and Christina King to please come forward and present a special shawl which includes India, Africa, Israel, Middle East together, and China. To the birthday king. You stand by yourself. Happy birthday. Stand. Thank you, King of Chinatown, Sam Ma, and Shiloh Institute's Queen of Shiloh Institute, Christina King. Thank you so much. Now we have a very special presentation all the way from Nepal. Nepal is a Hindu kingdom near India, a separate country. We have Mr. Bala Gimre, who's brought a special cap, Nepalese cap, and a Nepalese delegation. He will introduce the delegation, Nepalese journalists, who are covering this event live, so it will be flashed all over Nepal, India, and the rest of the world. We'll have over to Bala Gimre.
Thank you so much. Mr. Congressman Danny Davis, happy birthday to you. Thank you so much. He's a Kishore Panthi, Nepali senior journalist in America. He lives in New York, and Kishore will introduce other journalists.
Hello. All right. My name is Suresh, and working as a journalist from New York, based in New York. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Subhan Suresh. I'm president of the Chicagoland Nepalese Friendship Society. Thank you.
Namaste. My name is Kishore. I'm a journalist from New York. Thank you.
Please give the Nepalese delegation a big round of applause. Congressman, your work has gone India beyond and Nepal, and the Nepalese journalists said they flew all the way from New York and Nepal, Kathmandu, to cover this great occasion. Now, we'll have everybody present who'd like to toast and roast the Congressman. He'll be seated right through. It won't be like our gala where we make him stand. I've been crucified by many people for making him stand. So this time he'll be seated, and we'll start first with our one and only rising star of America, the Honorable U.S. Congressman Jonathan Jackson from the 1st Congressional District. Please give a big rising standing applause to Congressman Jonathan Jackson.
Thank you so much. Truly my honor to be here, and I too will take a cue from President Preckwinkle, and I will toast a man that's worthy of such recognition. On this 44th floor of a magnificent building in the John Hancock building, I am so impressed with Congressman Davis, having started out in such humble beginnings in Parkdale, Arkansas. There's never been an African American in the United States House of Representatives since 1789 to represent the state of Arkansas. So although he's Chicago's very own, he has to be concerned about the whole state and all of the people that are still in Arkansas that need representation. Give him a round of applause for his commitment nationwide. I would like to mirror myself and pattern myself after this man's great work for having led institutes for the blind, for having dealt with people that need second chances, for having dealt with women and the poor and the underprivileged. Although we see him in a very high place tonight, his roots stay humble. He's an humble soul. I thank you for your years of service. And I must say, I don't have to roast you. You look marvelous. Okay. Give him a round of applause.
Thank you so much, Congressman Jonathan Jackson. You lifted up all our spirits. And we know that we have showers of blessings here today as we celebrate the living legend, Congressman Danny Davis. See how you tripped me up. Huh? Congressman Jonathan has that mesmerizing effect on all of us. Now we have Kalyani Gopal, Dr. Kalyani Gopal from the state of Indiana. She's a clinical psychologist, but doing a phenomenal path-breaking work in America. She is the first woman to have started the Safe Coalition for Human Trafficking and Human Rights. Please welcome Kalyani Gopal, who's working very hard across borders and across countries. Please welcome Kalyani Gopal. She would like to say a few words and make a special offering. She's giving a garland of pearls to our hero today.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I had the pleasure of meeting Congressman Danny Davis several years ago, and he took my book that I had published, and we were talking about human trafficking, and he said, you know what, I'm going to read this book. And I didn't believe him, of course. Who has the time, especially someone as amazing and famous as him? So, he calls me later after he reaches DC and he said, you know, I read your book cover to cover on the flight to DC. And I can't tell you how honored I was. So thank you so much for that. I'd like to introduce someone very special from my home state of Indiana, Representative Earl Harris and his lovely girlfriend, Maureen, who's here with him today. Representative Earl Harris is the chair of the Black Caucus, the Indiana Black Caucus, and the vice chair of the Latino Caucus as well. And I would like to welcome you to toast Congressman Danny T. Davis.
Please welcome the phenomenal anchor of anchors, State Representative Earl Harris, all the way from the state of Indiana, and he's one of the greatest motivational speakers I've seen.
Thank you, sir. That's a lot of pressure to start off. It's an honor to be here. Happy birthday, sir. Happy birthday, Congressman. So I'm from Northwest Indiana, and it's interesting because a lot of times people forget how close and how connected Northwest Indiana and Chicago are. In fact, the congressman, when we met, said that he has people in Northwest Indiana, the Allen family. So there's a lot of connectivity between where I am and where we are now. And it's just so great to be here. It's such an honor to be a part of this program and an honor to be next to living legend. The other thing I want to share that we connect is us Ways and Means guys got to stick together. Because I serve on Ways and Means as one of the committees in Indiana in the legislature. So again, it's an honor to be here. Happy birthday, sir. It's an honor to meet you. And may you have many more. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, State Rep Earl Harris. You know, your Filipino princessa, who's here today, Maureen, said, you know, you must make Earl do a question-answer session with Representative Danny in the end. I'm sure I'll take you up on that, Maureen, for sure. Next, we have with us some distinguished, we have the state rep, a gentle giant, full powerhouse. Please represent State Rep Hong. He's a Vietnamese state rep who's making waves across the state of Illinois. He has set up a PAC, and he's all fired up to make Kamala Harris our next president. State Rep Hong.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vijay. Hey, everyone, I'm State Representative Han Nguyen. I represent the 13th District. This is the north side lakefront of the great city of Chicago. So Wrigleyville, Lakeview, Uptown, that's the neighborhood. But I'm so honored to be here today to celebrate Congressman Danny Davis. I just want to point out a few things that I think Congressman Davis has done, even though he did not know about it. But the reason why I'm staying here right now is because of Congressman Danny Davis. That's the reason why I'm sitting here right now. It's the first Vietnamese American ever elected in Illinois state history of 204 years. So Congressman Danny Davis fought for me and for my family during the civil rights movement. You know, he was at the front lines of the civil rights movement in the 1960s. And then after that, he also fought for us in Vietnam as well. He made sure that folks who were coming from Vietnam as refugees were able to get political asylum from the United States, were able to come here to the United States, to come to Chicago, and to have better opportunities and educational opportunities as well. And it's because of Congressman Danny Davis that I'm staying here today as a first-generation college student who graduated from Yale and Harvard, and also the first Vietnamese American elected in the state of Illinois. So certainly, I know Congressman Danny Davis has been a huge ally to the Asian American community. He's been a huge trailblazer for all of us, and I can't be any more grateful for Congressman Danny Davis right now. So certainly, thank you so much, Congressman, for your service to us and to our family, and certainly, happy birthday as well. Thank you so much, everyone.
And now we have a very special presentation. We have the Honorable Acting Consul General of the People's Republic of China. Please welcome. And with him, the Chinese consulate delegation will also come forward. And he is going to present his greetings and presentation to the living legend, Honorable Congressman Danny Davis.
So it is our great honor to join you all in celebrating the remarkable milestone in the life of extraordinary leader, Congressman Danny Davis. And we want to congratulate you for your birthday, 83rd birthday. And we also want to thank you for your long-term dedication and devotion to the ethnic minorities, including the Chinese communities here, prosperity. And also thank you very much for your long-term dedication for the friendship between Chinese people and American people. Thank you very much. Thank you. Congratulations. Happy birthday. So we are the diplomats from the Chinese Consulate General in Chicago. So we have very close relations with all the minorities, ethnic minorities here. We also want all the people to be enjoying happy life, prosperity here. Thank you very much.
Please give it up to the Honorable Chinese Consul General. As you all know, Chinatown is very much part of the 7th Congressional District of Congressman Danny K. Davis, and the Chinese American community has been a great support to our congressman for the last 30 years while he was serving as the 7th Congressional District State representative. Now we'll request one of his constituents from Hillside of 7th Congressional District, which has the largest and the only minority-certified clinical laboratory in the whole of Midwest. Neil Patel of MedStar Laboratories would like to bring greetings to the Honorable Congressman Danny Davis.
Thank you, Dr. Vijay. Happy birthday, Congressman. I've known Congressman Danny Davis for over, I'd say, 20 years, but haven't gotten really close to him until the last 5 years. Let me tell you one thing about Congressman. If you need something and if Congressman can help, he's there for you. And I really appreciate everything you've done for our company. And thanks for being a great friend. Happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you. I have a very special presentation from Dr. Vasavi Chakka, CEO of Arala Inc. She's the national promoter for the Bombay and Bollywood artists who are performing with us today. She has a special artwork from the Ho-Chunk Winnebago Nation of North America. The original Red Indians, as we call, and we'll request her to say a few words and introduce her.
It's a great honor to be here with this celebrations of our dear Danny Davis G. So thank you, Dr. Vijay Ji. He's our empowering power and our dear mentor, and he brings all sorts of people together, and his spirit is true American spirit. As you can see, how many ethnicities and how many nations we have here together. It's only because of him it's possible. And also, many of you may not know, he served in the Indian reservations as their healthcare and advisory under Bill Clinton's government. And so this means a lot to him, this painting, and it represents the true American spirit. And you know, this is the Native American drawing. So giving this present to Dr. Danny K. Davis today is, you know, it represents the blessing and also Dr. VGP's love and respect for Congressman. It just reflects through this. So I just wanted to share these two thoughts, and I wish him very, very happy birthday and long life to you, Congress. Happy birthday. Yeah.
A mental health champion in our midst, the one and only Donald Dew, the CEO of Habitat Systems Institute from Congressman Danny Davis's district. Please welcome Mr. Donald Dew.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vijay, and thank you so much for your vision. Happy birthday, Congressman Davis. Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Real quickly, I wanted to make a few notes and comments here. 1967, a very powerful year because that was the year that the government had instituted the war on poverty. But there was an agency that was born, Miles Square Health Center, that grew by 1985 to be the largest community health center in the country, in large part to this gentleman right here. 1978, Habilitative System, a small organization on the west side of Chicago, grew out of Clark United Methodist Church, in large part, once again, because of Congressman Danny K. Davis. Yes, he was there in 1978, too. In 1983, Chicago Black United Communities, led by Lou Palmer. You remember the Chicago Black United Communities, CBUC. They came up with the saying, "We shall see," in 1983. And guess what? We did see. We elected the first African-American mayor of the city of Chicago. Danny K. Davis was there. 1990, little boy from the west side of Chicago became the executive director of Habilitated Systems, Inc., in large part because of Danny K. Davis. Yes, he was there in 1990 as well. Yes, indeed, Danny Davis is always there. In 1996, what happened? There was another young man from Arkansas by the name of Bill Clinton who was actually reelected to be president of the United States. Guess what? Danny K. Davis was there too. 2008, what happened? There was somebody by the name of Barack Obama elected to be president of the United States. Danny K. Davis was once again there. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, there's something special, mighty special about a young man from Arkansas who goes from picking cotton to picking presidents. There's something very powerful about that. Very powerful about that. And yes, indeed, let me say to you today, we know in India, they're called Mahatmas. They're great souls. We know that. And yes, we know that Congressman Danny K. Davis is a Mahatma. He is truly a great soul. And what makes him that? Because this brother, he has been rightfully intentioned and divinely inspired for all the 50 years that I know him. And let me also just say, in all these years, he's walked the walk, he's talked the talk. He's been competent, he's been compassionate, he's been community-minded. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm so glad to call him my friend, my mentor, my brother in the struggle. Thank you so much, Congressman Davis. We appreciate you.
And next we have Ms. Kiros, the Eritrea princess from Ethiopia. Ethiopia, a very active member of our American Multi-Ethnic Commission. Please welcome Dr. Kiros Gabriel. Please welcome her.
Good evening, everybody. I'm not really prepared, but I would like to say something. Congressman Danny Davis has been with us, with Africans, since in the 80s. I remember when we had the African Women Organization. He was our encourager. He encouraged us in the 80s to be able to participate with other multi-ethnic groups so that we can grow and also participate in running for office, getting ahead with other communities. He has always been our rock and our encourager for the African community. From the 80s, I've known him from the 80s up to now. I would like to say that he is our own and only congressman in the whole city because he gets people together, multi-ethnic groups, all people. He loves all of us. He encourages all of us. And I would like to say happy birthday. We want to wish you more and more, and more happiness, and also to continue working with all of us. I traveled to Ethiopia a couple of times this year. I haven't been around. And when I was traveling in Ethiopia, I know Congressman David Davis was in Ethiopia many years ago. And he has a lot of stories that he's been telling us about Ethiopia. So in order for him to, I brought some gifts from Ethiopia. This is a gift that I had brought for you from Ethiopia so that at least you'll have a piece of our country. Happy birthday.